Hey, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Romantasy Roundtable, a tale of Rick and Roses. Uh, that's us. Oh man, I can't do this right now. This is Rickington. Oh wait, I'm joined with my roses. This is Rickington.
Amandington.
And Kimmington.
That was way harder than I thought it was.
Close enough.
Did it. All right. Got over the hurdle. We're reading a book.
If you like what you're listening to.
Please just do it.
Okay. If you like what you're listening to, make sure to subscribe and smash all the buttons and like us and review us and all those things. We're also on all the social media, so you can find us at Romantasy Roundtable, and you can always reach out to us on those platforms or by emailing romantasyroundtable@gmail.com. That's usually Rick's spiel, but Rick's brain is a little beat up right now.
Yeah, my brain's just on the fritz. A little concussed. No big deal. Everything's fine. Just can't remember. Things are struggling in the order, as you can see. I haven't had to talk this fast in a very long time.
You don't need to talk fast. You're talking kind of fast, actually.
Oh my god. I went to put the pepperoni away in the bread box because I thought it was the refrigerator, and I went to get water from the air conditioner.
Oh.
I'm not even kidding.
I just want to say that you gave me so much grief when I had a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels cruel to give it back to you.
You can give it back to me. It's fine. I deserve it. I deserve it all.
Also, Kim, just wear a helmet from now on.
I know, right? I'm like, things happen in threes. And while I am the third here of this pod. And so I'm like, what's gonna happen next?
You are the third head of this Hydra or Chimera.
Right, exactly. We have 2 out of 3, y'all. But also sending all the love to you, Rick.
Thank you.
Because concussions suck, dude.
Yeah.
Broken bones suck. All of that. Blah.
Hello, Socket.
Socket's here. Oh, she heard you. You want to say hi?
She is. Hi, Socket.
Please look at that waggy tail. We love a waggy tail.
Okay, bye. Oh, she's getting a toy. A loud one.
You guys been good? Oh, it's the peanuts. It's not the peanuts. It's a monster. It's a cookie monster. It's the monster. Oh my god, nothing's here. I saw a cat. It's just me, guys. This is way too much for me. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, it's that monster from Looney Tunes.
The monster from Space Jam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bartholomew has decided that he's got to be on the dining room table also. So instead of me, you get Cat.
Incredible.
Well, Bartholomew was a character in the book that we read last episode, but a character that we're talking about now is Genevieve.
So we are reading Enchantra, which we never told you we were reading.
And hopefully by the time you see this, I will have already posted the commercial on TikTok.
Thank you.
Yes.
So we read chapters 1 through 17 of Enchantra. Enchantra is the second book in the series. So if you haven't listened to our Phantasma episodes, you should go back and do that because I'm sure we're going to be referencing them.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked Games, right? Is the name of what will be a trilogy?
Yes.
Yes.
And so go ahead.
It's in Boston. It's Wicked Games. Wicked Games, right?
Wicked Games.
Yep. So it all takes place in Boston.
Wicked's an adverb in Boston, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, be nice to my people.
I like the Boston.
No, you don't.
I do. I'm not a Yankee fan.
Name a thing you like about Boston.
The Red Sox. I do like the Red Sox. They're anti-Yankees.
Name a second thing you like about Boston. Identify one other thing you know about the city of Boston, Massachusetts.
Marky Mark.
Okay. We can take a Southie reference here.
We're not going to talk about this on the pod, but you need to ask our school nurse her Marky Mark story.
Yes.
Julie, I want to know.
It's a good one.
Could it be an episode?
It's not going to be an episode, but you should ask her because it's a really good story, and it took her like 3 bus rides to tell it to us. All right, so we read chapters 1 through 17 of Enchantra. What do we think so far?
I think I don't have any notes, so I'm just winging it right now. Based on the notes that we have. What do I think so far? I like it. It's a way easier read than Crescent City, which I also started. So no, I'm enjoying it. I can tell why you wanted to read those last 2 chapters. And no, it's fun. There are a lot of characters, but I feel I was able to like understand who they were. Kind of like I've got a core couple of them. There's a few of them where I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, I was feeling character soup at first. But we had a point where I was like, oh, are you taking your toy back? Okay, bye. We hit a point where I was like, oh, okay, I do know who all these people are.
We're both having animal challenges right now. My cat is like up in here, and Socket is having a great time with her toy. And Bartholomew's got to eat food literally right next to where the camera is right now too. So, okay, before we start anything, can we just unpack these names?
Love them.
It's really something.
I love them.
I feel like our girl lost a bet somewhere along the line, and somebody was like, if something goes awry, I get to name all these characters. And she was like, well, shit, that's what happened.
Well, she did tell us that she told us in the acknowledgments of Phantasma that she names characters after her animals. And so I'm wondering if she's got fish. These are all of her fish's names.
Because the Everythington, as we
I
said,
love it actually.
we are
I really do.
Rickington and Amanda Ington and Kimmington.
Mine doesn't Ington really well.
Yeah.
In my head, it's Amandington.
Amandington.
Yeah, that's what
Toomington.
I said over text yesterday. And also, if we're going to then truncate to nicknames like she does in the book also, it's Rickon and Amandin.
But they're not all like that because
no, Graves is the only one that's not like that.
No, there's another one.
7? No.
Right. I thought it was just Graves. And
it's Graves. It's Graven.
Girl, no. Girl.
No, she's Ellen.
Her name is Ellen. First of all,
stop.
Don't stop me.
Now I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball.
Don't. Oh, Remy.
The mouse.
Not Remen. It's Remy. And then there's another one where they call him like Bones or something. I don't know what it is.
I love Bones.
Wells. It's Wells. He's Wellington, and they call him Wells.
Okay, fine. Okay, so 3 out of 7 are not the something in Bones. But still, what is that?
That's great.
And Knox, what is that? We are supposed to be on this villa in Italy, and we have these truly horrific, at best English names, at worst Southern plantation names.
I feel like we got some New Orleans in Phantasma, and I keep forgetting we're in Italy.
Right. What?
Why are we in Italy?
Correct.
Because
this could be Kansas, this has nothing to do with Italy at all.
She's just choosing chaos. I don't know what she's doing or why. Yeah, I've been enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I've been liking it.
So just to kind of go back into Phantasma a little bit. So Phantasma is the story of Ophelia Grim. And she enters this contest called Phantasma to find her sister Genevieve, who she believes has gone into Phantasma. And so Ophelia has to fight through all these levels, this haunted house to win. She is assisted by what's his Blackwell,
Salem.
I was like, I was like, Salem? What's his name?
Salem Maestris.
Salem Maestris, but I couldn't remember the Blackwell name. So she's assisted by Salem, who we believe is a phantom. And then of course, they fall in love. And then at the end, he's not a phantom. He's the prince of the devils. And she binds herself to him. And so they get out of Phantasma. Yay. She does find Genevieve. Genevieve was in Phantasma, and Genevieve leaves and is safe. The end. And so at the end of Phantasma, Salem and Ophelia gift Genevieve with these tickets to Italy. And so that's sort of where Enchantra picks up with the story of Genevieve Grim. Shall we begin with chapter 1? She's
Please
found
do.
a quieter toy now, but I can still hear it. Can you hear it?
Mm-mm.
Great. Genevieve Grim is in Rome trying to stall her trip to meet Barrington Silver. She's being relentlessly pursued by a murder of crows, which she realizes are a magical omen. She finally gives in, finds an invitation from Barrington, and leaves on a train to the Enchantra estate. My only note for chapter 1 is this is Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take notes, but one of the main reasons I didn't take notes was because I really didn't feel like too much happened in the first like 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 chapters.
My notes are really intermittent.
Yeah, so like I'm okay with just I got none.
Okay, well I'm gonna beef with our notes from ChatGPT or Gemini here, because also like the one thing we do learn is that she sought out this invitation.
Yes.
And so Barrington apparently has a connection to her mom. And so she had actually started a correspondence with Barrington before her mom had passed, trying to like figure out if maybe there was another necromancer family out there that she could connect with. And then received this invitation. And after her mom, good old Tessie, passed away, she then wanted to follow through on it. So Ophelia knows nothing about this. And 2, this is all of her own doing, that she like has this invitation and is supposed to follow through on it. And the murder of crows is a hex trying to like be like, no, you have to actually go and show up at this villa.
Yeah. So that's all like mostly revealed to us, like half in the first chapter, but like mostly in the second chapter. And so yes to all of that. My notes here say, Genevieve, please stop pretending to be your mom, because she also was pretending to be her mom in Phantasma and signing over some checks. But also she says that in the photo that she has of Barrington Silver and her mom, they have matching heart-shaped lockets.
Right.
We know that heart-shaped locket was holding the soul of the, Salem's first
Angel.
love. Her name was Angel, and that heart was the key to his freedom, blah, blah, blah. So that's like the whole thing in Phantasma. So interesting that Barrington Silver also has a heart-shaped locket. So she's on the train to Florence from Rome. She's thinking about her family's necromancy and her own inherited magic as a specter. So her father was a specter. I still don't know what a specter is. It seems
I think it's just someone that can go invisible. I think
that's it.
Or not even go invisible.
Yeah.
Disapparate.
I guess. I don't know. It sounds boring, honestly.
Yeah.
Necromancers are cool.
Yeah.
So she's been recalling, she's sending names to him, whatever. So she arrives, and the menacing crows are joined by a carriage driver. A mysterious warning from the carriage driver about a hex on the property. I don't remember that.
Yeah, he says something like it's cursed, don't go in, or something like that.
Okay.
Right. He's like, I can't leave you here as a single woman, and so I have to bring you back.
Yeah, I thought that was just because it was empty.
Right, it is. Yes.
Yeah. So she pulls up to the estate, and there's no estate.
Yes.
Right.
I also want to. Okay. I have some challenges also, just sort of like with the time frame and logistics of some of this also. And so, she's going from Rome to Florence by train. And as someone who has gone from Rome to Florence by train, it's not that long. And I get that like 100 years ago it might have taken a little longer, but like she's like, this is the worst thing ever, and this is so boring, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, this is like a 3-hour train ride.
Yeah, it's not bad,
my dear. Like, this is really. So I didn't like any of that. I just felt like it was
again,
not realistic.
This could take place anywhere. Like, why are we going from Rome to Florence? You could have been going from
Right.
Prague to London, and that would have been a long journey. You
Right.
know, like, what are we doing?
Right.
The other thing that we get a bit of a physical description of Genevieve in this chapter, which I don't believe we ever really got in Phantasma.
We didn't.
She has lighter hair than her sister, and it seems that she's a bit taller, and they keep referring to her ample curves, which continues throughout the book. So we love a mid-plus sized queen.
I do. I was like, oh, she's a little thick. I love that. I was like, this is the first time we ever had like one of these characters who's like this.
In my notes, I wrote, I don't ever want to hear Rick calling her a little girl.
Did I say that?
Not about her, but it will happen.
Oh.
You said it about Sybil.
Sybil Delling.
You were like, this little girl. And I was like, she's not a girl and she's not little.
She's low.
A big boss lady. So she's
we
not
also
a little
know, we learned this in later chapters, that Genevieve is like days shy of her 22nd birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not little, and she's a woman.
Yeah, I mean, she's in her early 20s, like all of our
Yep.
heroines. All right, it's chapter 3. She arrives at the Enchantra estate. The Grand Villa is hidden behind an invisible magical barrier. She makes the magical veil disappear by eating some demon berries and is immediately met by a black fox who steals her invitation and disappears. A mysterious figure then appears, carrying her away after she collapses from the berries' effects. And she wakes up outside with no memory of what happened, and I have to answer my door now.
Yeah. So I'm like, why are you eating these random berries? Why did she eat the random berries? Do you remember? I don't remember.
Yeah, so they were referenced in the letter that Barrington sent Tessie, that she had with her, like the invitation to be able to be into the estate. And Barrington was like, the demon berries are going to be ripe when you arrive. And so she was like, oh, these must be the demon berries. And also the crows were eating them. So there's like one crow that was particularly being like, yum, 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 chomp, chomp, chomp.
And I think they were like in the stationery, like the symbol of the berries and like on the wrought iron of the fence.
And so I think in her head, she was like, I must eat these. And then also it's like, way to get in. And it was. It's like how she initially got in was.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. But she kind of passes out. And then in chapter 4, she realizes she has a magical nullification that keeps her from entering the estate unless she's in her non-corporeal state. She goes through the gate and is met by a hostile, golden-eyed man named Rowan, who she doesn't know at this point, but our notes say he is Barrington's son.
Rowington.
Not yet. Right now he's Rowan.
He's Rowan, and he's got a fox. Despite his warnings and attempts to get her to leave, Genevieve is determined to stay and demand answers, leading to a tense standoff between the two. We also she's talking about shadows moving around, and I was like, oh man, we got ourselves a shadow daddy.
We sure do.
Yep.
We
know where this is going.
I thought this scene was very funny. Like in my head, it just cuts out. Like I picture her like knocking at the door. He opens. He's like, no, slams it in her face. Right. Like she knocks again. He's like, fuck out of here. Slams it in her face again.
And then she's like, fuck no, I'm going to make myself invisible and go through the door.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny.
I liked it too. Yeah. Also, why didn't she just do that the first time? There's a lot of things in here where I'm just like,
oh my God, stop.
Our girl.
You gotta stop.
Genevieve is not as bright as I want her to be.
She's made some choices.
She's making not the best choices.
All right. Chapter 6.
Also, my cat is trying to drive me batty right now. So
wait, chapter 5? Chapter 5.
6, 7.
Chapter 5. What did you think about it, Bartholomew? All right. Genevieve using her specter abilities. Socket, can you leave that alone? Oh my God, that witching hour. We can't record at this time ever again. Genevieve using her specter abilities bypasses Rowan's warnings and enters the dusty, opulent Enchantra. She encounters 2 of Rowan's strange, threatening siblings named Ellen and Seven. Ellington and Sevington.
Yeah.
And they seem to know about her and Rowan's plan.
No, see a dog over there.
Genevieve is growing more and more worried as the conversation turns to something called the hunt. Okay, so I was confused because I was like, wait a second, are they shapeshifters? Because she's like describing all of their portraits of these like really beautiful people that look alike, and they all have an animal. And I was like, oh, they're shapeshifters. And I was like, Rowan's the guy. Obviously, he's the first guy we meet. He's a shadow daddy. He's a guy. And then she describes
Never
Seven.
the first guy.
Whoa.
Then she describes Seven. Are you eating dirt? Hey, stop doing that. What is happening? She just walked up to the Monstera and started eating the dirt. Socket, stop. Okay, but then she describes Seven as the most beautiful man she's ever seen. Mm-hmm. And I was like, is that the guy?
Yeah.
Right.
And then I wrote, who are all these fucking people? What the fuck is a specter? Rowan, Ellen, Seven, anyone else?
Oh, there's more. There's going to be more.
And then I said, oh no, they're not shapeshifters. They just have familiars.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my notes on chapter 5.
Which we love familiars, by the way.
Yeah, I do love a good familiar.
I'm happy to explore more types of the paranormal beings than just ghosts and demons. All right.
Also, if Socket were your familiar, she would be more in line right now.
I think so.
And if Bartholomew were my familiar, he would stop being such a menace also.
Rick, go get your guinea pigs.
Right?
They're right over there.
I know.
I'm not going to go pick one up.
You're like, don't make me do that.
No.
All right, chapter 6, Barrington Silver arrives and reveals himself to be, he is a familiar. He's bound to a powerful host who is a devil named Nox. He explains that Enchantra is a place where different paranormal beings will gather for the hunt, a dangerous game his children are forced to play yearly as part of the bargain he made with Nox. So he is a familiar, which is a paranormal being. It's considered an immortal paranormal being because familiars live as long as their hosts live. So because he's bound to an immortal being, he is immortal. And his wife, the mother of these children, is a demon. And so the children, as offsprings of a demon and another paranormal being, are wraiths.
Yes.
And there's 7 of them.
17.
So many.
There's 7. Can we name all of them? So it's Rowan,
7,
Ellen,
10.
7, Brave,
Wells,
Wellington, Remington,
Tippington. No. Bridgerton.
Must be Bridgerton. Oh, who's the last one? Plants.
Noxington.
No, I'm scrolling and I can't find it. He must not be important.
Okay, can I?
Yep, please do.
I saw this. I shared this over our group chat yesterday. In both my dismay about these names, but also, I understand that we have to suspend a lot of disbelief here when reading these books. But also, this is a sequel to a book where we were introduced to the Prince of Devils.
Hold on.
Blackwell.
That happens later. What you're going to say happens later.
It does happen later.
What happens later?
That she's
Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
She's like, I know Salem. Have you heard of him?
Okay. Have I not read those chapters?
Did you read 15, 16 that we were supposed to?
I might not.
Yeah, it sounds like you didn't.
Okay, well, I'm still going to say it then because I don't know this. I'm annoyed that she doesn't lead with that to be like, hey, FYI.
Well, she
That
drops it
feels like
on
it could
later.
have been an important thing that could have gotten her out of this entire situation before she even gets into it. So, okay, fine.
Okay, so Barrington, my notes for chapter 6, Barrington says, "You are certainly Gabriel White's daughter," which I thought was really interesting because we don't really know very much about her dad. And then, yeah, my notes also say, okay, so what's a specter, Kaylie? Are they wraiths? OMG, these fucking names. The Hunt. Those are all my notes for chapter 6.
I think at this point I was wondering if Barrington, right? That's the guy's name.
That's the dad.
I'm wondering if he's like Genevieve's dad.
Oh.
Because Ophelia was conceived in Phantasma, but they're not twins.
Right. She's younger.
Yeah.
But she does have
Oh no, though.
magic, though.
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
she's
no,
in love
that's
with.
not.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
that's
the brother then? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Also, apparently, I did not read. This is on chapter 16.
Good job.
Okay, I read what we were originally supposed to read.
Well, we were originally supposed to read through 16, and I only added 17.
Okay, what else?
Okay, chapter 7. Barrington tells Genevieve that the only way for her to survive the hunt is to participate as Rowan's wife.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a loophole in the game that allows a married couple to be released from the game forever if they win. Genevieve is shocked and furious, but Rowan reveals that the plan was his idea. So if they lose, it's paranormal Hunger Games, right? So if they lose the hunt, their soul is burned from its corporeal form and ripped back to hell for the remainder of the year. But because they are wraiths and they are immortal, they survive that, and then it just sucks, and then they go back and do the hunt again next year. If they win, then they get to stay in the real world. At this point, that's all we know. I think we learn a little bit more a little bit later. But yeah, so there's this loophole. The game is only built for silvers. So there's this loophole that she can marry Rowan and become Genevieve Silver, and then she can compete with him as his wife. And if they win, then he will never have to play the game again.
Covington.
Covington?
That's the one we missed.
Yep.
Coven.
Yes.
Okay.
I use ChatGPT.
Yeah. And somebody bares their teeth in this chapter.
I noticed that too.
There are also a number of very rude gestures.
Later, we get a moment. Oh, it's chapter 10, where she says she gives him the crudest gesture in her repertoire. What is the crudest gesture in your repertoire?
Right.
That one? Okay.
It's come on, that's tough. It's so funny. Like
in my head, it's always like,
really,
you know, they're just
like,
baring their teeth and flicking people off. Right?
Oh yeah. Did you just do this?
Yeah. All right. Chapter 8. As Genevieve runs away to process the shocking news, she's like running away from this news.
Yeah.
Like 3 times.
Guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I honestly got to the point that like I couldn't stand this in these chapters. Of that, it's just sort of like, girl, you got yourself into this situation. At some point, you just need to accept what you have to do. And it just felt like these entire set of chapters was her just being like,
Let me out. Let me out.
Right,
It's
exactly. Like, I'm running away. I won't accept this. Blah, blah, blah. And it's just
Misery was mad she had to marry Lowe for like 3 paragraphs. And then she got
right.
Like,
Exactly.
Your alternative is literally to die. Those are your options.
She went through Phantasma. It's like, how have you not like wrapped your head around shit that doesn't really make sense? And also, isn't necessarily what you want and isn't necessarily fun, but you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. We're also getting a little bit more of Genevieve's backstory throughout these chapters. It doesn't look like it's showing up in the notes, so I'll just mention it now. I said in Phantasma, they introduced a guy named Pharaoh Henry, and then they never talked about him ever again. But I was like, that was very intentional. That name is significant. That guy's going to come back. And so when he came back in chapter 3 and she talked about Pharaoh Henry, I was like, oh yeah, Pharaoh Henry is back, baby.
That guy.
Pharaoh Henry.
That guy.
Pharaoh fucking Henry.
Yeah.
Is her like incredibly abusive ex. And he big time sucks.
Yeah.
And she like has nightmares about him. And it sounds like he like thought she was a demon and like tried to burn her. And like he's not a good guy.
Pharaoh fucking Barlow.
Fucking Barlow. Tristan's listening to Fifth Wing right now, and he just got to the part where Jack Barlow like saves Violet's life in the tower or whatever. And he was, like, telling me about it, and I was like,
That's
and
nice.
he's like, and I like covered my tracks. I was like, well, he tried to kill Andarna, and that's unforgivable for me. So Jack fucking Barlow.
Pharaoh fucking Barlow right now.
Pharaoh fucking Barlow over here. All right, chapter 8. So Genevieve's running away. She's confronted by Nox, the devil, through a magical mirror. So there's mirrors all over the house, and that's how they're observed by the other paranormal beings who are watching the hunt. Nox is like making money off of this. It's the Paranormal Hunger Games. So Nox takes her appearance and asks her, while looking like her, to confirm that she's Rowan's fiance. He traps her in a mirror realm where she's forced into a deadly trial of illusions, or against illusions of the Silver family. So including the one she now knows as Grave, before Rowan is finally able to get her out.
Yeah, Nox is a bad guy. That's all I took from that. I was like, all right, Nox is
I wrote Nox is Sinclair.
Yeah.
Totally. Yep.
Yeah.
Also, again, like these names, dude. I still don't understand. Why are we in Italy with the Ingtons and a devil named Nox? Like, this is Kansas. Why are we?
Sounds like hell to you. So.
It does. Yeah. Like
You're
I live in South Georgia. These are truly all of my students in South Georgia. Said with love.
I bet there's a reason that they're in Italy.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Like per Nox, and because like the devils aren't bound to a place. So like why are the Silvers in Italy? There's got to be some lore there.
Yeah, I think we're gonna learn something about the house, I think.
Did I? Okay. Have I not read these chapters?
No, but
no.
That's gonna happen.
I just think we're
was like,
gonna
are these 16 and 17, and I've just missed this big plot point that I'm
16 and 17 are just.
Maybe it's something like our favorite book ever, The Night Circus, where they're bound to the house, and the house like moves from place to place.
Okay.
Maybe.
There we go.
I don't know.
That's what Phantasma is, though.
Yeah, so maybe it's the same thing.
Okay.
I mean, Rick tried to make the point over our group text that American hell and Italian hell were two different places. So
They absolutely are.
What are the qualities of Italian hell?
The qualities of Italian hell. I can't think this hard. It's too hard.
no pasta.
No pasta on Sundays. No house music when you go out to clubs.
You just you are gluten free.
You're like, gluten free.
You have celiac. That's Italian.
Right. There's no Jaeger bombs at all.
Ugh.
You know,
that's
terrible.
That sounds like heaven to me.
Yeah, like Italian hell is like you don't love your mom anymore. And
your mom moves out.
Yeah, and you have celiac, and I'm trying to think of like Italy Italian and not just Italian, like not just Jersey Shore. Although I was just reading about the Jersey Shore, and like half of them aren't Italian.
Oh no, they're not. No. Mm-mm.
I mean, Snooki was raised by an Italian family, but she's
not Italian. Yeah.
She's Portuguese, right?
She's
Yes, I think
Chilean.
she's Portuguese. Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. Her and Pedro Pascal. And JWoww never said she was Italian, but then she took a DNA test and she's like 10% Italian.
Oh, and our Rhode Islander is Portuguese. What's his name? DJ.
Whatever. Pauly D.
Pauly D.
He's Italian. He's Italian and Portuguese, but yeah, he's Portuguese. Yeah,
that's good.
And he's from Rhode Island.
He's from Rhode Island, and Rhode Island has the largest Portuguese community outside of Portugal.
That's cool. Honestly, none of them are from New Jersey.
Right. Yeah, Snooki's from Poughkeepsie.
But also not even. She's from like Marlborough. Yeah. But she said
we love it.
She said she was from Poughkeepsie because she didn't want people to show up at her mom's house. Which, like, respect.
Totally.
Which is pretty Italian, honestly. Okay, I think Irish hell is just sunburns. And Jewish hell is life. It's just
Italian hell is absolutely just one continuous deli counter where you have to hear people say things like, "I'd like a half a pound of mozzarella, please. Can I please have a quarter pound of prosciutto?" That's
I don't
what
see any
hell
problem
is.
with what you're saying.
That's why it's not your hell.
Sounds glorious, right?
That sounds great. Okay.
Read the book.
My British hell, my last name Lord, obviously. Our hell was
losing your empire and getting kicked out of all the countries you colonized.
The British culture was celebrated on 6 continents. Yes. But I will say, with my last name growing up, it was in the late 80s, like multiple times per week, we would get woken up by the phone ringing, and people, like, you'd pick it up and they'd be like, "Is the Lord there?" And that was our hell.
Phone books were a plague on humanity.
Like, people thought they were original every fucking time. And this was literally like 2 to 3 times a week that people would be like, "I'm calling for the Lord."
Calling for the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, "Yeah, it's me." What are you going to do about it? Okay, so it's chapter 9. Genevieve is running again. She runs for the gate. She refuses to marry Rowan, but her magical specter abilities are neutralized by the gate's new anti-magic enchantments, and she's unable to leave. Rowan finds her. They have a tense conversation, and they make a deal. If she can beat him out of the maze to the gate without using her magic, she can choose her fate. But if she loses, she must go through with the wedding. Rowan wins. She thinks that she's won, but then Rowan was waiting for her the whole time, and carries her back to the house after she loses. And this is when we get our male main character calling our female main character a nickname, and her nickname is
Trouble.
Trouble. I loved it. This is a new one for me.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one.
It's better than Angel. It's not that he's going to have like a past girlfriend whose name was Trouble.
Says you.
That's a cat's name.
That is Bartholomew right now. He is Trouble.
Yeah, no, I liked it. It was good.
All right, chapter 10. Now that she's trapped, Genevieve and the Silvers begin preparing for her marriage to Rowan. She tries to get a tour of the house and learn about the hunt from Rowan, but she's easily flustered by his closeness and his taunting. She also witnesses another brother, an unknown figure, self-harming in his room. We don't get a ton of details about that, but he seems to be like flaying himself.
Yeah, I forgot which one this was. Was this Covington? I don't remember who this was.
I think it's Covington.
Yeah, okay. Let me see if ChatGPT.
That was Graves.
Was it Graves?
Was it Graves?
It might have been Graves.
I thought it was Graves.
I wasn't sure.
Regardless, it was definitely like, what's happening here?
Yes. My favorite quote so far is in this chapter. So Genevieve is talking to Rowan a little bit about how the hunt works. And I guess there are rounds and there are different kinds of games that you can play. And he said, all of my siblings have a favorite style of game. And she said, what's your favorite game? And he said, I really like the game where I tell you to do something and you absolutely refuse to do it.
Yeah, that's good.
And I loved that. And this is also where she gives him the crudest gesture in her repertoire. Chapter 11, or as I like to call it, Kaylie loves a dress. Ellen helps Genevieve get ready for the wedding. She's in a beautiful, but not quite white. It's opalescent. And so it's giving lavender, shiny, dazzling. Yep. So Ellen's helping her get ready. Seems that Ellen's the only girl, right? The rest of them are boys. So Ellen and Seven, who I guess are twins, are warning her about the importance of keeping up appearances for Knox and spectators. Are they not twins?
Rowington.
Rowan and Remy are twins.
Remy are twins.
Yeah.
There's another set.
Oh, wait. Actually, I think she's right. I think Amanda's right.
Really?
Ellen has a twin for sure. I just don't remember.
Yeah, she's right.
No, Rowan and Remy are twins. I just didn't think.
There's two sets of twins.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Pretty sure it's Ellen and Seven. It's Ellen and somebody. I think it's Seven.
Also, 7 kids is a lot of kids.
But I feel better knowing at least 2 of them were twins, so she was only pregnant 5 times.
I don't feel
too many.
I feel like
it's too many.
I feel like that's a lot. Once you've had twins, you really gonna do this again? Like that's
right. I don't think we know.
As parents. Woof. Yeah.
But she's a demon, so like I don't know what demon pregnancy's like.
She's a fucking demon.
All right. Okay, so while the spectators are watching, Ellen and Seven are like, you gotta like, even if you're not super into our brother, you gotta like keep up appearances because you're like, you don't want them to be onto you that like you're not actually into each other, but like they are into each other. And I think this is also where we learn about the favored, right?
This is around the time, yeah.
Yeah, there's like a miscongeniality.
Exactly.
There's like different prizes.
Yeah, so if you win, you get to not go to hell, right? But there's also like a fan favorite, and that person gets to pick a prize from Knox's special treasure chest of like erasers and stickers that he keeps on his teacher desk in the back of the classroom. And it contains things such as like, I guess when Grave won it, he like found a spell that enhanced his size.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Right.
But there's like bits and baubles and hexes and stuff in there. And so she could win favorite. I think this is also when we start hearing that Rowan wins a lot.
Yes.
We don't know how
like
much.
11.
Yeah, we don't know how much he's won at this point, but we know that all he does is win, no matter what.
That's what
okay, so she's wearing this beautiful dress. Grave and Wells show up and voice their displeasure with the plan, but Genevieve is able to give Barrington the bad news about her mother's death. Yeah, so Grave and Wells show up and they're like, what kind of Tessie Grim would do blah, blah, blah. And she's like, the kind who's dead. And Barrington's like, what?
I walked in with a face of devastation, which all romantasy novels like to talk about.
Yeah.
The devastation on the face.
The devastation on the face.
Yeah. So that is Barrington as he hears this news, although we don't get more context.
Yes. So in chapter 12, Genevieve and Rowan are married in a tense outdoor ceremony with his family watching. She's forced to say the terrifying vows which bind them together, and Rowan kisses her as Knox arrives to watch the union. After Rowan warns her to be more careful, she passes out from exhaustion. Why is she a fainting goat? But not before feeling another bout of pain. This chapter ends with a final nightmare of Pharaoh, the man she left behind, haunting her with flames and his hateful words.
I got nothing. Sorry.
To stop.
I hate all this, honestly. Like, I hate that she's like resisting it. I hate that there's like all this tension. Like, all of it just feels so unnecessary. And part of me is like, she's like, no, I can't get married. But is this marriage valid outside of Enchantra?
Right. Like, is any of this real?
Right, exactly. It's like, or is this just words to keep you alive right now? So all of her protestations just feel like over the top to me, and I really struggled with it.
Yeah, I didn't feel I don't know. I was annoyed when she was running away, but at this point I was locked in.
Yeah.
This is the point. After the wedding, I was like, all right, I'm in.
There's a couple, I mean, I think there's some sort of, I was going to wait for later, but I'm struggling to keep information in my brain. No, it's leaving. It's leaving. Oh, right. There's like a reason why they want to protect her. I don't really know why, but they seem to be like really wanting to protect her. So she's got to be special somehow. Unclear why with Tessie. I had been thinking when I like went off a second ago, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna take a shot in the dark, swing for the fences. This is probably not gonna happen, but this is when things are fun. Maybe Barrington is her dad, but he's not these kids' father or something like that. Something along those lines. Unclear. Like maybe Rowan is Ophelia's brother. I don't know. I don't know. Like maybe I don't know. It's something weird. I think along those lines is what I'm going to say is going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, there was like a visible reaction from many of the kids when she said like Tessie is dead, and
right.
So obviously there is some kind of a connection there, and like I'm with you, and then I'm curious. It's like, is it more of a familial connection, or is there, what kind of, was this Barrington's first love or first marriage, or like, I don't know. So
yeah, it also sounds like, Barrington's wife, their mom, has been sick for a really long time. Right. It's kind of unclear. Like at first I thought she was dead, but it sounds like she's alive. She's
alive, yeah.
Really sick.
Yeah.
And so it also
Crimson Curse, is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that. Crimson Rot.
Crimson Rot.
And part of what they're trying to do, or at least part of what Rowan's trying to do, is cure her.
Yeah.
And so I do sort of wonder if Barrington and Tessie had like a thing while mom was sick. But also, they do point out that like the kids know Tessie. And it's not like, she mentions it's like not like how you kind of know who your parents' friends are. Like they like knew her.
Right. Exactly.
And so I do think that's significant. I think we'll find out more about that. So in chapter 13, Genevieve wakes up. Her magic is confined to her body. She doesn't have her magic.
She doesn't have her magic because it like started the time.
Yeah, the magic only works for half the day. It doesn't work during the hunt half. It works during the other half. So she doesn't have magic right now. She overhears Rowan and his family discussing her role as a convenient tool in the hunt. So there are hunting hours and safe hours. Rowan tells her that she must share his room to stay safe from the family and Knox. And it says she meets Knox for the first time, but that's not true. She's met him already.
I think it's the first time she's met him in person.
Oh, in person, not in the
like seen him.
Right, because she's like, oh, we meet or something like that. She does something like that.
Got it. And he looked like him, and before he looked like her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. And she's like, he's beautiful because all devils are beautiful.
And everybody in here is just fucking beautiful.
Everyone's beautiful. It's a world of beautiful people.
Like keeping like clearly Rowan's supposed to be the guy. But as Rick has pointed out before, like the first guy is not always the guy. And every single person in this book has been described as being like devastatingly handsome.
Right.
Maybe like who is the guy?
Did we accidentally?
Who is the woman? Like who is the person? I don't fucking know.
Did we accidentally pick up a reverse harem book and like didn't even know that that's what we were reading?
Right.
Reverse harem time.
Let's do it.
All right, chapter 14, Genevieve and Rowan retreat to his bedroom. It's a windowless space without mirrors, so there's no mirrors in the bedroom so that they can't be observed during the game. She realizes she needs to trust him and his intentions and learns that her new wedding ring will heat up when someone who means her harm is near. And so it's very cold near Rowan, so we know that Rowan is safe. She has a very vivid nightmare about Pharaoh, who rips her heart out of her chest, and she wakes up to a sudden spike of emotion and realizes that she's now now fully committed to the game. So there is only one bed, but it's a giant bed, and he builds a pillow barrier.
A pillow fort. Love that.
And his familiar comes and sleeps on it also. So Umbra the fox is also up there.
Umbra's my favorite character.
Yeah, Umbra's great. We got some good little animal characters in these 2 books.
Yeah, there's a leopard.
Yeah, Ellen has a snow leopard.
Yeah, and there's some birds, I think.
And we had, what's his name in the last book?
Poe.
Oh.
Poe was a good.
And Bartholomew.
All right, chapter 15. Genevieve is woken by Ellen and her snow leopard Sapphire. She learns that her magic is now confined to her body, just as Rowan told her, and she's shown a beautiful gown because Kaylie loves a dress, and she's going to a masquerade because this is the Hunger Games. So they're going to a party, and she's warned. So it sounds like Rowan picked her dress, but Nox picked her mask. And so Nox has given her a mask of a hare. So she's gilded prey. She is confronted by a group of masked spectators who taunt her and Rowan. She's then sent to meet with Barrington, who reveals the history of her mother's death, the locket, and her connection to the Silver family. Like, sort of, but not. We don't get a ton of details here.
Yeah.
And this is where she learns that if Rowan wins, she'll get a wish granted by Nox, but if he loses, she'll die. She won't survive having her soul wrenched to hell.
Right, because
she also knew that. That's not new.
Yeah.
This is where we learn that Ellen is a light wraith, and Rowan and 2 of his brothers are shadow wraiths. And we learn that the locket is a soul lock, and that Tessie's was special. It doesn't sound like Barrington knows why Tessie's was special. We do, as people who read Phantasma. Unclear how much of that Genevieve knows. Barrington says that he was like borrowing one from Nox in his journey in New Orleans for some reason. So we still don't really know why he had it.
Mm-hmm.
And Barrington also really didn't want Tessie to enter Phantasma. And so that's sort of when their friendship started to drift apart, is when she entered Phantasma, which explains why he didn't know so much of the updates of her later in life.
There's something there.
That's where Kim stopped, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should we keep going?
Yeah, you told me to read.
All right. Chapter 16, Genevieve enters
turn it off.
Genevieve enters the dazzling masquerade ball and is immediately drawn to the champagne fountain. She encounters her husband's siblings who taunt her, but also subtly warn her about the dangers of the game. She learns that Ellen and
I'll say that though.
What?
It's a champagne room.
I heard champagne, so I was like, I love a champagne room, and now
champagne room. And we learned that Ellen and Wells are twins. So it wasn't 7. It was Ellen and Wells that are twins, and then Rowan and Remy are twins. Remy feels kind of bitter towards Rowan, and I think this is where we learn that Rowan wins all the time.
Right.
So Nox arrives. He transforms the ballroom into this seductive and debaucherous scene. There's orgies happening. It's crazy. And he gives Genevieve and Rowan a drink that heightens their desires for each other. He calls it passion fruit.
Yeah.
Rowan is infuriated, and they escape to a quiet corner.
Mm-hmm.
This was where we were originally supposed to stop. And I was like, Rick, we can't stop here. We have to.
Oh, really?
17. Yeah, because there were only 2 chapters in this section. And I was like, it's insane to stop in the middle.
Okay.
So in chapter 17, under the influences of Nox's powerful drink, Rowan and Genevieve barely manage to resist their amplified desires for each other. So Rowan runs away. And Genevieve goes after him because she's
thirsty.
Yeah.
She's thirsty.
She's thirsty. And so she runs after him, and she finds him being tied up.
This is funny. This
somebody.
is funny.
And she's like, what the fuck? And she gets really mad.
She's like, that's mine.
Right. But he was just basically being asked to be tied up so that he wouldn't go after Genevieve.
I actually liked the part in there when she walked in and she's like, I'm the wife.
I did like that. And she's like, let's just have some soup.
Yeah.
And he's like, we can't just have soup. And she's like, we can just have soup. And
Right.
he's
She's like, we'll have soup. We won't look at each other.
Right. She's like,
we won't look into the eyes.
It's just soup. And when she gets undressed, like into her nightgown a few chapters ago, he's like, it's nothing I haven't seen before. And she's like, I hate when men say that because you've never seen me before and I'm spectacular, which I loved.
Yeah.
And then in chapter 17, she does in fact take her clothes off and he's like, you're right. I haven't seen you before and you are spectacular. Love that. Yeah. She's like, yeah, we can totally just have soup as long as I get to finish my soup.
Yeah.
And he's like, great. I promise you will finish your soup. Why don't you get started on that soup on your own?
Yeah.
And
she does.
Then she does. And she finishes her soup. And he's like, great.
And she's like, more, please.
And he's like, nope.
You've had your soup.
I made do on my promise. And she's like, you have no idea what this feels like. And he's like, I do. Actually,
I'm literally tied to a bed right now.
This Please is leave. Terrible. So that's that. And then also in this chapter, Genevieve is being harassed by this man named Cedric. And the ring is like white hot when Cedric is around. So he's stranger danger for sure. And this is where Genevieve mentions to Knox, she's like, oh, my brother-in-law is Salem. Have you heard of him?
And Knox is like, sorry, what?
Who? What now? And then it's midnight and the hunt begins.
The only thing I just want to mention about the passion fruit
is a Drake song.
Is a Drake song. Which I thought was interesting was that it doesn't increase just like their lust. It increases their passion for the thing that they are most passionate about. So for her, it's him, and for him, it's her, which I thought was kind of cute.
Yeah, it's not like she's not just going for anybody. Like it's got to be him. Yeah.
Are we ready to welcome Kim back?
I believe we're ready to welcome Kim back.
Oh. So that?
She's back.
I'm back.
All right. So those are the chapters we've read so far. What do we think is going to happen next?
All right. So obviously, okay, I'm going to tie this into a thought that I had previously. I guess one thing, I'm not going to ding it for this, but I'm like, all right, yeah, I see why you had to make a little change. I'm not so stressed about if someone is going to die because they won't actually die.
Right. Everyone is immortal except for her.
Right. So like someone will die, but they'll get their soul wrenched to hell, but they're not going to. So I don't feel as of right now, I don't feel stressed about somebody dying. I'm going to go back to what I said before, where there is going to be some sort of intimate connection between Barrington and Tessie. There's going to be some weird family ties that we don't know about yet. Like I said, like they're not going to be related. Like there's some lines crossed. That's what I think's going to happen.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I agree. I'm sorry that I did not read all of our chapters, so I don't know what has happened in 16 and 17.
I mean, you know that the masquerade happened.
Masquerade, paper faces on parade.
That's all you missed.
That's Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, no, I followed.
I did not. Know you did. Rick just gave all the eyes just now. So, okay.
He's wearing a mask. He's the Phantom
of the Opera.
There's a movie. You could watch it. He's a Phantom.
A Danny Phantom movie?
I was reading the Romantasy Romantasy Circle Jerk subreddit, and it was like, I don't remember which day it was. It was like Bad Take Tuesday or whatever it is. I don't remember the days. It was Fight Me Friday, and somebody was like, Blackwell is not Danny Phantom, and I was like, I'm gonna fight you because he is.
I love that. How are you feeling about the book so far? I know Kim has already said for
Kim doesn't like it.
45 minutes that she hates it.
Oh my gosh, that's not fair at all.
I need our listeners to understand what happened yesterday when Rick and I were talking about Inglourious Bastards, and Kim said, That movie's okay.
Whoa. We were about to lose a rose.
Okay, no. That's not how this happened at all.
That is exactly what happened.
No,
Exactly what happened.
Rick quoted the movie, and I said, "Oh, that movie's okay." And then both of you were like fighting words, like we are throwing hands and not in an ASL kind of way.
Absolutely.
We are here.
100%.
Like, holy shit, I was acknowledging the fact that this was an okay movie.
It is not okay.
I also enjoyed, and we can now have this shared experience of enjoying this movie.
You know, it's okay. Like an Arnold Palmer's okay. Like that's okay.
Disagree.
You know, like,
Arnold Palmer's are great.
You know, like
actually, they're just okay.
Walks in the Night, they're okay. Inglourious Bastards is way better than that.
Superior S tier film.
Okay, and as I said later, 4 stars.
Right, but 4 stars is not
okay.
Like I am hearing you say it out loud. It's like, all right, we obviously like didn't interpret the tone from the text, but
like you guys were like, we are like brass knuckled up.
We were ready.
I still am ready.
If both Rick and I interpreted it the same,
right? This was like sharks and jets. Like we are like.
We were ready. We were gonna throw hands.
Eli Roth.
I thought this movie was good. Like
the Bear Jew.
He's the Bear Jew.
God.
I said this in the group text and I'll say it now. I am a person who has spent a lot of time learning about and teaching about and learning how to teach about all of the terrible things the Nazis did. And so, you know, sometimes when you're just in a 5-day long professional development, learning about horrible atrocities, at the end of the week, you just need to watch Eli Roth with a baseball bat just going Teddy fucking ball game.
That's right.
Or tomorrow morning when you have to listen to, you know, a very small handful of us just talk at people. Go home and watch the movie, please.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. I also would put now I put Jojo Rabbit in that rotation. But Tristan was just playing Indiana Jones. I think that Indiana Jones can also be. But I want like more violence than that.
Oh yeah.
Whoops.
What's your name? Gorlami.
Like I said, third most. Anyway, great film, not just okay. I don't know. I
was saying I thought it was good. I was like, that was okay.
Well, what do you think of this book?
No, and I also I actually do like the book. I have struggled with Genevieve, and I think we all said this over text too, that Genevieve is not Ophelia.
She's not
Ophelia. And so we are learning to understand Genevieve on her own as a character and embrace and appreciate her. She does a lot of railing against the world that I think is unnecessary. And I'm like, girl, just accept your plight.
She's 22, leave her alone.
I'm just like, buy into what is happening because you brought this upon yourself. But I'm intrigued. We'll see where the hunt goes. I have a lot of questions about the siblings. I still think, you know, our lovely author girl just lost a bet with the names.
I believe that.
You know, Knox is like the worst Republican we've ever met here.
It's got to be short for something.
Noximo.
Right. As
Knoxville. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I feel like it took me a while to get into it, and now I'm locked in. You know, when we read Phantasma, we like wanted more from it. Like we wanted it to be more than one book. And I'm a little worried that she's given us too many characters, and there's no way that she's going to be able to flesh them all out the way that I would want them to be. And so I'm a bit concerned about that, but I'm also aware that like we're not going to get, like we couldn't even remember all their names.
I'm wondering, and again, another shot in the dark, like 1 out of a million chance. So the first book, you know, it had, you know, it had like OCD, right? There's like a mental health aspect to it. Are these all different people? Like,
They are.
Is this like
she would have put that in the content warning.
Yeah, that's very fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I followed you as you were on that path, and I was like, I think based on how Kaylie handled OCD in the first book, I think she would have put that in the content warning. And the content warning does talk about drinking specifically. And
the only reason I mentioned it because like they're all like their names. That's it.
Yeah. But I guess like it's possible that they could all just be like parts of Barrington's soul.
That's sort of where I was going with either, not necessarily like a split personality, like a dissociation type of thing. Are they different aspects of one person?
Yeah.
Is it like a Horcrux type of thing?
Yeah.
Also, we know nothing about their mom.
Nothing.
Right.
And so, Rick, I think to your point, like, is there something here about mom that we don't know that could also be like, you know, they're split pieces of her or whatever. Because she's still alive. They say that alive. You know, they're doing all of this to keep her alive. So it's interesting that we haven't met her yet or know nothing else about her yet.
Yeah. I'm really interested in Ophelia's journey as someone like post-abusive relationship.
Genevieve?
Yep. I'm honestly surprised that it took us this long for me to do that. I'm very interested in Genevieve, like post-abusive relationship. I think that's an interesting arc. And so I'm kind of excited to see how that plays out here. And something that I wanted to say about chapter 17 was that Rowan was really clear that he was like, I'm not going to touch you while we're like this.
Mm-hmm.
So you can come back. Consent is obviously important, right? And we talked about that in the first book, that like consent is even important to devils. And so like I think we're like continuing kind of with that thread of like,
and hey Kaylie, like we see you, thank you for that. You know?
And like she's like, Genevieve has been with terrible men before. This man's not going to be terrible in that way.
Yeah.
Right, Bartholomew?
Speaking of Bartholomew, who's from another book, what are you guys reading?
I finished A Resistance of Witches, which is a debut novel. It's a fantasy novel about a coven of witches that are fighting the Nazis. I loved it. 5 stars.
Love that.
Was not a perfect book. Didn't care. Loved it. Would read it in my rotation with Inglourious Bastards and Jojo Rabbit. Loved it. I like something that I've been doing is if I'm on the fence about whether or not to give a book 5 stars, I'll like read the 3-star reviews on Goodreads. And if they make me angry, then that means it's a 5-star book. So like that happened with Grumpy Meets Sunshine. And it happened with this book because everyone was like, you know, I really loved Lydia, but whenever we switched perspectives to one of the other characters, it like pulled me out of the book. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, he can talk to dead people and she's like a badass resistance fighter. Like, what do you mean you don't want to learn more about them? Like, you're wrong. And this is a 5-star book. Anyway, finished that. Loved it. And now I finally started, after waiting forever on Libby, I finally started the Thursday Murder Club, which I'm really excited about. Just in time for, is it a movie or a series?
Series, 4 days away.
You're right. It comes out this week.
Yeah.
So it's been fun to kind of like, I felt this when I was reading The Love Hypothesis too. Like I'm picturing the actors as I'm reading it, which is kind of interesting because it's like most people read it and then I don't know. I feel like I'm like in a weird spot where I haven't seen them play these roles, but I'm imagining them playing these roles as I'm reading it.
What are you reading, Kim?
I am very, very slowly back on Crescent City. And largely thanks to you, Rick, because you've sent us texts about it and reels about it. And so I'm like, well, shit, if I'm going to read it, you know, I might as well read it with a friend who's also going to push me to actually finish it.
I
do the thing, push me to finish it.
It's me. I'm reading Crescent City. It's very confusing.
There's a lot.
It's like the third book in a series, but it's the first. There's just a lot going on. A lot of world building, a lot of things that I don't really understand, and I'm slowly I'm getting to the point where the plot has actually developed. So it's getting better. It is getting better. But I was looking at my phone here. Allie Hazelwood is going to release a vampire novella in September. Look at that.
Nice.
We love Allie Hazelwood.
She's prolific, man. Allie Hazelwood is writing.
Okay. Also, I know we are now like an hour plus into this podcast. So I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Terry.
Yay, Terry.
Yay, Terry.
We heart you. We appreciate you. Who has recently discovered our podcast. And also, he was like, before I listen to your podcast, I'm going to go and binge a bunch of the Romantasy books that you guys have read to calibrate so I understand what you're talking about. And so he has started with Bride.
What a choice.
And he has started with the graphic audio version.
Graphic audio. Oh no, audio knots.
I just need you to know that Tristan is playing video games with headphones on over there, and he just went graphic audio.
Tristan, of all people, understands graphic audio.
Terry, make sure as soon as you finish Bride, you go directly to From Blood and Ash. We love all three of us love Poppy.
I told Terry because I was like, there's Romantasy, and then I was like, graphic audio is its own subgenre.
It's its own subgenre.
Romantasy.
I really like.
He's like, he's in it. He was like, Misery Lark. Like, how can I not do this? And I was like,
it's a great name.
Cool, dude. Welcome to the universe. We're
Tristan
happy.
So he's listening to Iron Flame, and he was listening to the shower scene. Like that was on while he was cooking, and I was like, "This is unpleasant."
It's cooking.
Graphic.
I was like, I don't enjoy this. And when I was reading this, I was like, this is good soup.
I'm not going to hear it.
I'm sad that I keep telling him that the best soup in the whole series is in that book. And I'm sad that he's going to have to experience it that way.
I'm not. It's going to be amazing. All right, I'm wrapping this up.
Yep.
Thank you all for listening and or watching this episode. What's our homework?
Oh, we are going to read Enchantra chapters 18 through 35. So stop when you see 36. Our third section is going to be a little shorter because we probably should have done what Kim did and only read 1 through 15, but we didn't.
All right, there you go. Thanks everyone for watching and or listening. Bye.
Bye.